Number 18. A drawing office containing a number of boards having a total effective area. The area is 70 square meters. Is lit by a number of 40-watt incandescent lamps. So, merong given power which is 40 watts. And this 40 watts ay yung rating ng kada lamp. So that is 40 watts per lamp. Giving 11 lumens per watt. 11 lumens per watt. So kapag may nakita tayong unit na lumens per watt, siya ay tinatawag na efficacy. An illumination, letter E, of 72 lumens per square meter is required to the drawing boards. Assuming that 60% of the total light emitted by the lamps is available for illuminating, the drawing boards estimate the number of lamps required. Ang tinatanong dito is the number of lamps. So, paano kaya ang gagawin natin kapag yung problem naman na ay nagtatanong ng number of lamps? So, lagi nating tatandaan to. Sa design, pwede natin itong gamitin sa design. If we are looking for the number of lamps, dapat alam natin yung total flux na nare-require sa condition. Diba? Divided by the flux per lamp. So, saan natin makikita yung flux per lamp? So, kung mapapansin ninyo, kapag bumibili tayo ng bumbilya sa box nun, di ba? Pag bumibili tayo ng ilaw, may makikita kayo doon na number of flux. And ayun yung flux na inilalabas ng bumbilya na yon. So, para masolve natin yan, kailangan natin makuha kung ano yung total flux na required para makapagpalabas ng 72 lumens per square meter. And then yung total flux na yun ay i-divide naman natin sa kung ilang flux yung kayang ilabas ng isang lamp. So, kailangan malaman natin yung dalawang quantities na to. So, saan natin makukuha yung total flux required? So, kailangan natin malaman kailangan natin gamitin yung total illumination. And di ba, kapag ang gagamitin natin ay illumination and flux area, this is the formula. Flux over area. So, solving for the flux, that is the illumination times the area na parehas available sa given natin. The illumination is 72 lumens per square meter and the area is 70 square meters. So, cancel yung square meters. Meron tayong answer dito na 72 times 70. So, 5,040 flux or lumens. Pero itong flux na to, maging careful tayo because binanggit yan that assuming 60% of the light emitted by the lamps is available. So, yung mga available na flux, ayun lang yung nagamit natin sa illumination, sa 72 lumens per meter square. Therefore, kung nag-solve tayo ng flux using the 72 lumens per square meter, ayun yung flux available. Diba? Ayun yung flux na inilabas ng lahat ng ilaw natin. Ayun yung flux na natanggap ng ating photometer. So that is not the total flux pa. Kasi there is a loss. Diba? Merong mga nawalang flux na hindi na natin nagamit sa pagsusukat ng illumination. So sabi diyan, the flux available is equal to the 60% of the total light. So, ganyan din yun. Therefore, kung 60% of the total light yung available, 60% lang din ng flux yung available. So the available flux is 5,040, that is equal to 0.6 of the total. Therefore, yung total number of flux natin is 5,040 divided by 0.6. So yan ay 8,400. So, meron na tayong flux total. So how about the flux na nilalabas ng isang lamp? So tingnan lang natin to. Di ba we have a 40 watts rating per lamp and an efficacy of 11 lumens per watt. By unit analysis, kapag pinag-multiply natin yan, diba, 40 watts per lamp times 11 lumens per watt, magka-cancel yung watts dito, and this will give us a unit na lumens per lamp. So, makikita na natin dyan kung ilang lumens yung kayang ibigay ng isang lamp, diba? There are 440 lumens per lamp. So, gawin na natin yung formula. Number of lamps is equal to the total flux required, 8,400, divided by the flux per lamp, 440. So, 8,400 divided by 440. And the answer is 19.09. And when we are dealing with number of physical things, di ba, yung mga material, yung mga physical na bagay, basta nagkaroon ng decimal, kinukuha na din natin yung susunod na whole number doon. And that is 20. Pero dahil wala pa sa choices si 20, mas malapit pa rin si 19 sa tunay na answer natin. Excuse me. Okay, number 19. So, a room with dimensions of 72 feet, 36 feet by 13 feet requires 50-foot candles, maintenance factor of 0.7, coefficient of utilization of 0.46, and RI of 4. Calculate the required lumens output of the lamp. Required lumens output of the lamp. Pa-introduce muna natin yung utilization factor and the maintenance factor. Utilization factor, or the coefficient of utilization, that is the lumen actually received on working plane divided by lumens emitted by light source. Kasi diba, halimbawa, ang sinusukat natin, yung photometer na nagsusukat, nilagay natin sa isang lamesa, ayun yung working plane. And then yung nasa denominator, lumens emitted by light source, ayun naman yung kayang ilabas ng source natin na lumens. And diba dahil nga merong tinatawag na absorption, may tinatawag na loss, diba yung lahat ng lumens na nilalabas ng source natin ay hindi naman lahat natatanggap ng working plane. There are loss. So that is the coefficient of utilization. And how about the maintenance factor? So the maintenance factor, MF, that is the illumination, letter E, under actual condition divided by the illumination when clean. So yung illumination under actual condition, halimbawa, sa loob ng kwarto nyo, sa ngayon, diba, sa loob ng kwarto nyo ngayon, merong kama, merong cabinet, may electric fan. Kapag nagsukat kayo ng illumination, ayun yung illumination na nasa actual condition. And what is the illumination when clean? Yung illumination naman na masusukat nyo dyan sa kwarto nyo, kapag tinanggal nyo yung kama, tinanggal nyo yung cabinet, or sabihin natin naging bakante yung room, that is when the illumination is clean. And ang relation ng maintenance factor sa depreciation is 1/df. So magka-reciprocal sila. So tandaan natin, di ba, ang ginagamit natin generally kapag nagsusukat tayo ng illumination using flux and area, ito lang. Flux over area. Pero once na may binanggit na coefficient of utilization, siguro umpusahan natin dito, kasi ito ang tinatawag na initial illumination, i-multiply natin yon, CU. Pero kapag may binanggit na CU, and then may binanggit pa din na maintenance factor, i-multiply natin yung dalawang yon. Diba? And when the depreciation factor yung binanggit, imbis na maintenance factor, itong maintenance factor ay papalitan natin ng 1/dm. So kapag depreciation factor ang ibinigay, siya naman ay i-divide natin, imbis na i-multiply. Pero dahil dito sa ating problem number 19, lista natin. So a room requires 50 foot candles. That is the illumination. 50 foot candles, that is lumens over square feet. Maintenance factor of 0.7. Coefficient of utilization 0.46. So what is the flux required? So using our formula, E is equal to flux area CUMF. Meron tayong E. We are looking for the flux. Kailangan natin ng area. And the area sa tatlong dimension na to, di ba kapag nagbibigay ng dimension of a room or of a box, that is length times width times height. Therefore, our area is the length times width. 72 times 36 square feet. So, meron na ding CU and maintenance factor. So, substitute lang natin. The E is 50 lumens per square feet. That is equal to the unknown flux over the area. The area is 72 by 36 square feet. So, cancel. Times the CU, 0.46, times the MF, 0.7. So, what is the value of this total flux? So, that will be 50 times 72 times 36 divided by 0.46 divided by 0.7. 402,484.5. 402,484.5 lumens. So, letter C. Next, number 20. A 40 feet by 20 feet, so that is the area, 40 by 20 feet square, is to be illuminated with duplex fluorescent luminaires at a level of 50 foot candles. So, the foot candles is the illumination lumens per square feet. So, the maintenance factor and the coefficient of utilization, yung MF and yung CU, are estimated to be 0.7 and 0.6 respectively. Each fluorescent produced 3,300 lumens. So, meron tayong lumens per lamp. So, flux per lamp. And that is 3,300 lumens per lamp. How many luminaires are required? So, nagtatanong naman ng number of luminaires. So, alamin muna natin how many lamps are required. Diba? Ayun yung unang-unang makukuha natin. Number of lamps. Diba sa formula natin, number of lamps is equal to the total flux required divided by the flux per lamp available. So, meron na tayong flux per lamp, 3,300 lumens. So, kunin lang natin yung total flux required na makukuha natin sa required illumination. So, E is equal to flux over the area times the coefficient of utilization times the maintenance factor. The illumination is 50 lumens per square feet. That is equal to the unknown flux, and the area is 40 by 20 square feet times the coefficient of utilization 0.6 and yung MF natin is 0.7. So, this will be our total flux na because wala namang binanggit na loss. Diba? Wala namang binanggit na available, wala namang binanggit na absorption. So, total flux na yung masosolve natin dito. 50 times 40 times 20 divided by 0.6 divided by 0.7. And the answer is 95238.1 lumens. So, the total number of lamps will be the 95238.1 divided by the flux per lamp na 3,300. Divided by 3,300, and this is 28.9 lamps. So, yung 28.9 lamps, pwede natin sabihin na 29 lamps. And hindi ayan yung tinatanong. Baka isagot natin si 28 kasi malapit kay 29. So, magkakamali tayo. The question is number of luminaires. And that is 29 divided by 2. So, bakit meron tayong 2? Saan nanggaling? Or because binanggit sa problem na ang luminaire natin ay duplex fluorescent. Diba? Duplex fluorescent luminaires. Kada isang luminaire ay may laman na 2 lamp. So, i-divide natin by 2. So, the answer is, kapag dinivide natin yan sa 2, ang answer is 14.5, approximately equal to 15. At dahil wala pa din naman si 15 sa choices, si 14 ang isasagot natin. Next, number 21. Which is not found in a rapid start fluorescent lamp. So, isa-isahin natin. Si balas, that is used to limit the amount of current. In the circuit. Yung starter naman, helps the lamp to start. Or ang ginagawa niya, nagjo-jolt siya ng electricity. When needed. Next, yung wire harness naman, syempre, di ba yung mga lamp natin may mga wire yan? Yung wire harness, ang ginagawa niya ay nagsusupport ng mga wire na nandun sa lamp. And lastly, the capacitor, just like the ballast. Kapareha siya ng trabaho ng ballast. So, which is not found in a rapid start fluorescent lamp. So, from the word rapid start, kapag pinundot natin yung switch, nag-on na kagad siya. Diba? Nag-on na kagad yung ilaw natin. Therefore, sino na lang sa apat na to yung hindi kailangan if the fluorescent lamp is rapid start. So, yung rapid start fluorescent lamp, hindi na siya nangangailangan ng tulong ni starter. Okay? Number 22. At any distance x from the source of light, the intensity of illumination varies directly. The illumination varies directly as the intensity of the source and inversely as the square of x. Suppose that there is a light A and another at B. The one at B having an intensity A times of A, the distance AB is 4 meters. Meron tayong dalawang ilaw, si light A, si light B. The intensity of B, diba? The one at B having an intensity 8 times that of A. So, merong intensity si A dito, and then yung daw intensity ni B is 8 times of A. The distance AB is 4 meters. So, ito, the total distance between the two lamps is 4 meters. At what point from A on the line AB will the intensity of the illumination be least? So, tinatanong from A, gaano daw kalayo ito? Diba? From A, gaano daw kalayo itong X na to so that the illumination is least. So, if this is X and the total distance is 4 minus X, yung kabilang hati is 4 minus X. The total distance is 4. Yung kabilang hati is 4 minus X. Diba? Kung X yung nauna. So, ano yung gagawin natin? Diba at certain point, kapag doon nagsukat tayo sa point na yun, dapat ang masusukat natin is ito, yung E total must be the least illumination na masusukat natin. And diba, since nakabukas yung dalawang ilaw, yung ilaw A and yung bulb B, yung total illumination na susukat natin sa point na yun is the illumination due to A plus illumination due to B. And from the word least, that is minimum. So therefore, if there is a minimum value, meron tayong topic na maxima, minima. Dapat, yung daw total illumination is least. Therefore, di ba sa topic natin na maxima, minima, kung ano yung kailangan ng max or least value, yung derivative nun must be equal to 0. So the derivative of ET must be equal to 0. So ano muna yung formula natin sa pagkuha ng total illumination? So for A, di ba using the formula E is equal to I over D square, dahil straight line lang naman sila. So for illumination A, that is this intensity ni A over distance ni A sa point raised to 2 plus intensity ni B over distance ni B raised to 2. So the E total will be the IA, which is unknown, but the distance of A is X, di ba? From the point. So X raised to 2. And the distance of B naman, hindi rin natin alam si IB, pero ang distance ni B naman is 4 minus X raised to 2. Si IA and si IB, they are constants. Hindi yan nagbabago, di ba? Kung gaano kalakas yung ilaw ni A, and then kung gaano kalakas yung ilaw ni B, kahit pagpalit-palitin natin sila sa iba't ibang lugar, hindi nagbabago yung intensity, yung lumens, or yung kandela. Yung intensity ng bawat ilaw na yon, di ba? Nabanggit naman na siya kanina sa mga previous problems na hindi nagbabago yung intensity ng isang ilaw. Kasi magde-derivative tayo, and kapag nagde-derivative, alam natin dapat kung sino yung mga constant at kung sino yung variable. So, constant yan. So, mag-proceed tayo sa derivative. If we are going to get the derivative of E total, i-derivative natin yung right side. So, constant si IA. Parang gawin na lang siguro natin is, i-derivative natin yung first term na mayroong fraction. And what is the derivative of a fraction? That is log de high minus high de log over log square. So, gawin natin yon. Copy the log, yung baba. Derivative of the high, dahil si IA ay constant, ang derivative niya is 0. Minus high de log. Copy the constant IA, yung high natin. And derivative of log is 2x. Divided by log square. So, x raised to 4. I-raise to 2 natin yung denominator. Plus, i-derivative naman natin yung second term. Log de high. So, copy yung log. 4 minus x raised to 2. Derivative of the high. IB is a constant. Therefore, that is equal to 0. Minus high de log. Yung high natin is IB. And then, the derivative of the log. Yung nasa denominator. So, ang derivative niyan, bring down the exponent 2. Copy the 4 minus x raised to 2 minus 1. And then, di ba yung tapos, i-derivative pa natin yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, which is negative 1. So, divided by log square. So, yung 4 minus x ay magre-raise to 4 na din. So, because meron tayong mga times 0 doon, i-omit na natin sila, yung mga times 0. So, ayusin lang natin. And sabi dyan, the derivative of the e total must be equal to 0 to get the minimum value. So, 0 is equal to negative IA times 2 times x over x raised to 4 plus negative IB times negative 1 is positive IB. So, lagay na lang natin na positive IB times 2 times 4 minus x over 4 minus x raised to 4. So, maglagay tayo ng space. So, 0 is equal to. So, kapag sa mathematics natin, sa algebra, di ba, kapag ang other side is 0, pwede nating i-cancel yung mga terms na magkakamuka sa lahat ng terms dito. Di ba, parehas silang merong 2. Kasi ang gagawin natin, i-divide natin all sides by 2. Di ba? I-divide natin all terms by 2. 2 divided by 2, cancel. 2 divided by 2, cancel na din. And 0 divided by 2 is still 0. Next, meron pa dyan. Si x. Di ba? Pag kinancel natin yung x sa numerator, may matitirang 3 sa denominator. And kapag kinancel natin yung 4 minus x sa numerator, may matitira ulit 3 dito sa denominator. Meron pa. Pero isulat na natin dito sa next line. Alam natin that IB is 8 times of IA. So that will be negative IA over x cubed plus yung IB natin, which is 8 times of IA over 4 minus x raised to 3. So, pwede na ulit nating i-cancel itong IA dahil meron silang parehas na IA. So, pwede na tayong mag-solve for x. Diba? Dahil si x man lang yung unknown. Or sige, ituloy pa natin para hindi mahirapan si calculator. Kaya pa natin siyang i-simplify. So, this will be negative 1 over x cubed. Kapag nilipat natin sa kabilang side of the equation, that is 1 over x cubed, which is equal to 8 over 4 minus x cubed. And itong both sides na to, pwede natin kunin yung cube root nila. They both have cube root. So, the cube root of 1 over x cubed is 1 over x. And the cube root of 8 over 4 minus x cubed is 2. The cube root of 8 and 4 minus x. So, dito tayo magsasolve ng x. So, let us solve for x. 1 over x equals 2 over 4 minus x. Shift solve. The answer is 1.333 meters. So, paki-screenshot.